In this video, I'm going to explain why you should be rejecting women. This is something most guys never even think about as a possibility or a concept that, even computes, right? It's not an idea that comes into their mind at all. But it's actually a very important part of having success with women. And I'm going to show you some examples of myself rejecting women right now. But I do want to mention what I'm doing is crazy. It is kind of out there, what you're about to hear me say, but I'll explain why in a minute. So check out the clips.
You're really cute. How tall are you?
5'1".
It's a little too short for me. But otherwise, woo! You look like you don't skip leg day.
Huh?
You look like you don't skip leg day.
I actually do.
You do skip leg day. You're quite buff.
Like
In a good way, yeah. How tall are you though? Damn, that's 1 inch too short. Only 5'2" and above. I only do 5'2" and above.
All right, so do you need to tell a girl that she's too short or that she's not high enough IQ or whatever to reject them? No, that's not really what I normally mean in terms of rejecting women. But if I just showed what rejecting women actually looks like, people would just say, well, you're not actually rejecting them. They want to see something that's, harsh, putting women in their place, getting revenge for the red pill, MGTOW rage, or whatever. But really, rejecting women, what it looks like is going up to a girl, realizing that, maybe it's just she's not as attractive as you thought. Maybe it's because you didn't like her vibe. Maybe it's because of something she said, whatever it is. And then just saying, it was nice meeting you. And I'm going to show you clips of what actually rejecting women looks like at the end of this video. But that's all it is, right? It doesn't need to be being rude or mean or anything like that on purpose. That would be just an odd thing to do. There's no need for that. But you should be coming at dating from a buyer's mentality. And this will not only actually, funny enough, get you more positive reactions and get you more overall success in terms of dates, getting laid, whatever it may be. But it will also drastically increase the quality of the women that actually have chemistry with you because you come across as someone with boundaries, as someone who is polarizing. Women can just feel that. There are techniques that you can use, like pull-aways, teasing, these kinds of things to make a girl feel maybe this guy has standards. Maybe he's willing to walk away, right? Maybe he's not needy and desperate. And those can help, but really what it comes down to more than anything is actually being a guy who genuinely has standards. This is something a lot of guys have never even thought about. They've never, and I recommend doing this, taken 5 minutes to just write a list of the qualities that they want in a girl, even for one-night stands. This might be a different list than for a long-term relationship, but even for one-night stands, having some standards of what you're looking for, not just, okay, she has nice titties, pretty face. Sure, that's important, but actually having standards in terms of, I want a girl who doesn't have these qualities and does have XYZ, right? She's positive, we have good chemistry, she's feminine, whatever. Now, don't take this too far and be the weirdo who basically no girl meets your standards because you're too good for all of them and use this as some weird ego projection thing. But you should be rejecting some women because, I had one recently who basically out of nowhere, we weren't even talking about politics, she brought it there. So that's already kind of like a girl's like, did you vote for Trump? You're not a political expert. I don't give a shit. And the fact that that's the boundary you want to draw is like, did a guy you just met vote for Trump? I already probably don't like you, right? Like, I don't like a girl who needs to do that. But then she said, fuck Charlie Kirk, a guy who was just assassinated. She actually said that. And the guy I was with kept trying to, he's the one who approached her. She was really hot. He kept trying to game her after that. After that, I'm done. I'm not some Charlie Kirk fan. I don't really have a strong opinion about him. but, celebrate someone who got assassinated in front of their family. I just think that's a weird thing to do, especially unprompted out of nowhere. So, I'm going to not keep talking to her after she does that. Now, that's an extreme example, but there are things I'm looking for. I'm looking for a certain type of chemistry. I'm looking for a girl who has some playfulness, some feminine energy, who's not a complete robot who can't think for herself. And that's true even for a one-night stand. Now, for a relationship, the list is longer and the standards are higher, but I have standards in general, and I'm willing to reject women who don't meet those standards. Now, I want to be clear, if I was someone who was going out and I approached 20 women in a night and none of them met my standards for a one-night stand, I didn't find any of them attractive, I would be pretty sure that's my ego at that point, right? It shouldn't be something crazy where, like, most women, you just think they're awful and disgusting because of something they said. Then you're going really far into the red pill, black pill kind of mentality. But there should be some women you meet, even who like you, who are vibing with you or whatever, who you are willing to reject. And when you do that, you have a buyer mentality instead of a seller mentality. The frame of the interaction changes from, I need to impress this girl, I need to find out if I can make her like me, to, I'm finding out if I like her. I know that a lot of women find me attractive. I know that I have options, but I have standards and I'm screening her to see if she meets those standards. That's a much more powerful frame, and it's one that makes you far more attractive on a subconscious emotional level, because women are used to men being desperate, being needy, being pushy, all these kinds of things, and meeting a guy who has standards is rare. And that's the kind of guy that she's going to feel a desire to chase, to pursue, to actually get invested in. And most guys just don't have this at all. So I recommend to implement this, write it down. Write down the things that you're looking for and the things that you're not looking for, whether it's a one-night stand or whether it's a long-term relationship, and starting to think within this framework, to start to have standards and not just any girl. Well, if I could sleep with any girl, I will. That will come across as needy. Now, don't have ridiculously high standards, especially when it comes to looks. If you're someone who, hasn't gotten any action, in a long time, you're on a dry spell, and you're only like, I want 9s and above. The top 1.1%, 1 in 1,000 women are attractive enough for me. That's ridiculous, right? That would be, you're just shooting yourself in the foot. The question is she more attractive than not attractive? Like, would you feel bad after, like, what did I just do? Or like, yeah, she's cute. Maybe she's not a model, although models these days are not actually attractive, but whatever. Maybe she's not Sydney Sweeney, who I don't even think is that great, but Ana de Armas or, a young Scarlett Johansson, young Megan Fox. She's not like that, but she's cute enough. Why not? Right? Like, you shouldn't have ridiculous standards. But it's not just about that. It's also, do we have chemistry? And does she have the kind of personality, the kind of energy that I'm looking for? So with that said, I'll show a few infield clips of myself rejecting women because maybe it turned out they weren't as cute as I thought, or it was something about just the way they carried themselves, the way they talked, whatever, where I just said, all right, have a nice day. I want to show you what that looks like. And if you want to see a ton more infield and you want to see me break down and analyze new hidden camera infield every single week, then click the link below to join my premium mastermind group, where not only will you get new infield footage that is not on YouTube on a regular basis, but you also get group coaching calls with me where I'll help find out exactly what's holding you back, and I'll give you the exact steps you need to take to start getting the results and success that you want. So click the link below to learn more about that. But with that said, here's some more clips of myself rejecting women.
Hi, are you a hairdryer? Because one bath with you would take me straight to heaven. All right, well, I love you. Hi, just want to say I like your style. I didn't mean to make you look right in the sun. What are you looking for? You look lost. I can tell you that. Sorry to interesting timing. I just wanted to say I think you're really cute. That was very awkward timing. Muy awkward.
My single friend.
She's your single friend? Ah, you're the only single one? How's that possible? How's that possible? You want cherries? Sure. Take some cherries. And you're the designated driver. I dig it. Where are you guys going tonight?
We want to hear a song, but
They're not playing.
waiting.
Soon. Excuse me, I just want to say I really like your aesthetic.
That was good.
Quite shy, but I would have regretted it if I didn't say that. So you have a good one.